So let us gist a little bit. Davido, a Nigerian music artist, got married to a woman that had a lot of controversies and issues trailing her. People have advised her, oh, drop, stop. There was a time they said, oh, she also cheated on Davido. Oh, assurance has become endurance. So many talk here and there. Controversies, side talk, advice. It is not as if she is the main major. The controversy is about a decision. If David Adeleke is not a rich fellow, will CHIOMA take all the pain and agony that comes from the decision of Davido to get as much as possible women out there pregnant? Now, let us go to Sophia. Sophia is the first officially recognized woman that bore a child for David Adeleke, Davido. Now, somehow, somewhere, things didn't go well between both of them for reasons that I do not know. Maybe she was not patient with Davido, being that she's the first to get pregnant, or she thought she wanted, or the family of Sophia, that is the Momodu, if you know Dele Momodu, maybe they pressured Davido, who was not yet ready to get married. I don't know. The thing is this, it became a family affair. They had their talk. Davido did not accept marriage. He only wanted to take care of his daughter and share bed with Sophia. Now, this went on for a while, and it eventually ended up in their, stopping and coming back again. Quitting and coming back again. That is what Sophia said. Now, there are some ignorant or insensitive people out there who dwell on wickedness. In one vein, they are seeking for justice for Mohbad. I'm just bringing that in. Citing the behavior or the wickedness of Cynthia and their family. But they are unable to reconcile this with what Sophia might have felt when the issue of breakup or not being married to Davido came up. Or let me use the word rejected. They do not reconcile. They don't want to reconcile that. They say, oh, she's older than Davido. As if she's 10 years older than Davido or even 5 years older than Davido. Did Davido see her, how she looks, and her age? These are some of the things that people brought up. Oh, she's older than Davido. Oh, Davido does not like her. I'm sure you guys must have heard some of these things. So she is born June 9, 1987. She's 37 years of age. And CHIOMA Roland, Davido's wife, I think she's 29 years of age. April 30, 1995. She's 29 years of age. Now, Davido, the man who is involved in all of this, according to what we know, Davido is 31 years of age. And people have said that, oh, that age difference between Sophia and Davido is too much. Okay, let us say the space between it is 5, thereabout. I know, as I was saying at the beginning. Anyway, they said that, no, that's not the right person. Having a child is not a problem. It is not by force to be married, that kind of thing, which I am not saying it is by force for you to be married to someone. It is not a force. It is better not to be married than to be married and then chaos happen. we know at times that thing between the legs of a man, at times it leads them, and also the thing between the legs of a woman leads them in a direction that they are not willing to continue. So it's a human thing. I'm not going to talk about that part of it. So when a man and a woman are not together and they have a child between them, the woman obviously should know that all that she wants, even between married people, all that you want is not always given. So, not to talk of when you are not together as husband and wife, all that you want cannot be given. It is not possible. At times, the man might strive to be in the life of that child, continuously ask about his education, performance in school, and take care of his or her needs and stuff like that. Yeah, there are men who do that. And don't forget that that woman also, your baby mama, will want to check the rest of the children that you have out there. Either you are a married man with children or you have other baby mama, like in the case of Davido. Definitely, she will want to check to see what other children are benefiting. And she will make sure that she gets hers too. If you have children abroad, let's say like Davido, let us talk about the kid or the kids he has in the US. For example, let's say he has 2 children in the US. The one in Nigeria is not going to say, because I am in Nigeria, I have to limit expenses to Nigeria. She will request for the same as those that are abroad. If you're, for example, if Davido is paying $3,000 per child in the US, the one in Nigeria will also do the exchange rate and make sure that that same amount is being paid. That is what you have created, so you have to face it. She's not going to say, I'm going to look at the cost of living here. Maybe it's lower in Nigeria, in Lagos, compared to maybe New York, in US. No, she's going to request for the same. She's going to ask you, she's going to bring in extras into it. For example, there are talks about the amount that the maid is to be paid, $800 per month. Some people say, what kind of celebrity maid is that? It is not about if this is a celebrity. You know that this is what is going to happen. This is going to happen. She's not your wife. Maybe once in a while, as a woman, to make sure that things move smoothly, she will give in to you. Davido will bench, regardless of, if she is in a serious, in quote, relationship with CHIOMA. Don't forget that CHIOMA's relationship and Davido's relationship too was shaky. People started talking of assurance becoming endurance. It was shaky. There were talks of marriage anyway. There were talks of marriage because after the pregnancy of the thing, and Davido with his family went to CHIOMA's family. That is a step in the right direction. I think Davido's father said, look, the way things are, and we have to do what we have to do. We have to do. This is one too many. You can't act. People will begin to see. Don't allow them attack you badly. They will attack you. Be careful. Be careful. We have to mend our ways here. So they had gone to CHIOMA's family, which is a step in the right direction. Now, CHIOMA's family were expecting that, okay, after this introduction, which they did, we should be doing what we should do. But it didn't come. They said, it was COVID. After COVID, we saw some other baby mamas that didn't eventually become baby mamas. They came out of the woodwork. Some said, he had this with me. It's as if they are making it up to destroy their relationship. This man is really in this act. So it's not as if they are trying to, they're not destroying nothing. He's in this act. But we are glad that eventually the marriage to CHIOMA happened, which I believe is what you want. And I've said it, I'm not going to mince words. Marriage does not necessarily mean that everything will be smooth. Marriage is not how am I going to put it? Like this supernatural event that cannot be changed, or that anything bad cannot happen inside. Seriously? You must be sleeping if you think that a man or a woman being married. Hence, like something happens to the brain of a man or a woman. No, that's why we have adultery. Maybe this time around they'll be doing it quietly. What about the P-Square brother? One of them that got married now to one of the video vixens. One of the girls that danced in one of his music videos back then. Not to talk of other multiple women that he must have, benched them here and there. Eventually, the marriage broke apart. Now he's married to another lady now. It's not as if marriage means that, but that marriage to a lot of people is dear to their heart. And they saw this as something that they wished for. And they believe it's a competition. Like, yes, they choose CHIOMA over the other ladies. How? Being married. Yes, you have chosen to marry this person, which is good. Meaning you give that person an extra. But what about the women that have children for him? Do you think that not being married to them stops him from benching these women? Like the one in the US, unless she's married to someone else? If she's still single, and David wants to go see his children, these are the battles that CHIOMA has to face. She has to face all of these challenges. It is the truth. It is the truth. How do you think? What makes you think that when Davido goes to now check his child, like, okay, your son, your daughter is sick. Okay, we're in the hospital, and they go check the baby, and whilst calling the baby, bring the baby home, and daddy trying to be daddy to his daughter, and they got home, and the baby mama is crying. This is the same baby mama that you have shared bed with. What makes you think that it takes marriage to stop him from benching baby mama and then come home to meet his wife? And his wife is like, how is he? Trying to be polite. How is she? How is the baby? Is she fine? Yes, she's fine. She's okay. Is it written somewhere on the body of Davido that he had done that? That is the journey. That is it. So CHIOMA has to live with this. She knows the cross that she's carrying. That in between, even those that do not have baby mamas, there is still a possibility of whatever. So she knows what she's into. That's the part of it. So back to Sophia, because that's the major that I want to talk about. I'm talking about Sophia and the little girl, Davido's girl, IMADE. I think Sophia raised IMADE well. Yes, Sophia raised IMADE very well. Regardless of what anyone wants to say, if you like, lambast Sophia, let your life be in that same shoe. Then we'll see what you will be saying. I'm not saying that you can marry all the women now, although some people do, but you cannot do for them everything. You can't love them equally. So life is life. But she raised IMADE well. It is one thing to be a good wife, or not, or to be fit to be a good wife, or to be fit to be a wife, and also a mother. But on the part of being a mother, I believe she did well. She might not be chosen, she might not be the best, or she might not fit into Davido's wish. After all, a man must go where his heart leads. If it is in the dungeon, if it is on the mountain, wherever it is, drainage, wherever, a man will always go to where his heart is. Davido has gone to where his heart is, which is a good thing. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to his marriage. But IMADE did not show any sign of resentment, considering what has been happening. According to reports, that there was a time that Davido and his his family and relatives, whatever, Davido and his cousins or family, let me just say Davido and his family, wanted to sneak IMADE allegedly out of Nigeria down to the US. But that didn't work anyway. So, that's the thing with private jet owners. So if you know what I mean. Sophia said that Davido has not been in contact with IMADE for over 2 years now due to some issues that she highlighted. One of them is that Davido wanted to keep benching her, and she had rejected this, saying, no, this is not going to be possible. We cannot continue. I wish you well in your endeavor. I think she got to hear that Davido was going to marry because she was hopeful that Davido can still reconcile and get married to her. But since it is what it is. It is what it is. So this is what it is. I don't know what you guys think of this. Sophia has shown signs that she's a good mother. She did not plant animosity, hatred in the heart of her daughter, telling her, yeah, your father is this, your father is that, because that's what a lot of these women out there do. They do these things a lot. People will say, oh, keep your kpekus. He's now a married man. He's now a married man. People don't like to tell themselves the truth. Particularly if they idolize a particular person, they throw all caution away. They pretend and act like their mind is not functioning as it should function. I'm not wishing anybody bad, don't get me wrong, but if you don't want to think deep or you are empty-minded, it's your choice. But the truth of the matter is that if a man is known to be a serial bencher and he does it with evidence, meaning children are produced out of it, he's not only doing these things with these women just for fun of it alone, he does it with an intent. He doesn't do it protected. It means that he knows what he wants to do. Like, I'm going to achieve this, achieve this, achieve this, achieve this. He's married, yes. Good that he's married. But the truth of the matter is that Sophia did a good work on IMADE. A very good work on IMADE. She even wished her father happy married life, saying, my father and Big Mommy or Mommy CHIOMA. That's a sweet thing. That's a sweet thing. Normally, she would not have done that. Her mom would be like, don't mind him. Your daddy ate us. He left us. He doesn't care about you. They will plant so many evil, wicked things in the mind and thoughts of this child. That child will grow up. This woman is thinking, if I'm to do this, I will achieve later in the future. She will dislike. And one thing I want to really talk about here, one very important thing is this. You see, destiny, there's a way it works. Now look at the Adele case. I'm talking of Davido's siblings. There are others there who are successful too. They work for their father. They are successful in their own way. They have their project. They get their salary. They are fine. They are okay. They are married. Things are working for them. But Davido is more known due to what he does, and maybe has more income sort of coming in for him than others. Not because others are not rich. Definitely they've been working. They've been doing their contracts. They've been doing their thing with their father. They've been doing a lot of things. Yes. But Davido is somewhat luminous than the others. That's how it is. You will be surprised that out of all the children, everyone comes with its own destiny. As long as you have an equal playing field or you're able to thrive wherever you are. Who knows what any child will become? Either a child of a baby mama. That is why as a man, you need to take care of all your children. There are men that will neglect that child and you will regret at the end of the day because you are now married to one person. You neglect your child. Also important, mothers, if you do not fall into that marriage group or married women group, do not plant the seed of discord. Do not plant venom into that child against their father. Don't. Particularly men that are taking care of their children. But because marriage is not part of the package, do not plant animosity because you don't know tomorrow. Sometimes these children misinterpret, they develop certain mental health issues, or they create this bitterness inside of them and it metamorphoses into something else and it affects them later in the future. You are done with your own words. They are now having issues with their marriage or relationship and even their own children in the future. They begin to have daddy issues. because of what you have planted inside of them. It is very important that you don't do this.